Hey, how y'all doing today? It's Cade with Gridiron Football. I'm here with,
DeMonte.
Jaden.
Michael.
and last week, before we exited, we talked about our Super Bowl predictions. Now that the Chiefs have won the Super Bowl, just gonna start the show by kind of diving back into our predictions.
Like I was saying, man, I tried to tell everyone you can't bet against, not bet. You can't go against Patrick Mahomes. He's just one of a kind, and he always gonna get the job done. Full season is him.
Like I said, the 49ers was a good team, but knowing the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes scrambling, running the ball, their defense, it was a good defense for the start of the quarter and the first half, but then as the second half came in, Patrick Mahomes started turning up, and eventually they came out with the win.
Yeah, I have the short end of the stick here. I said the 49ers. I think them losing Drake Greenlaw was a pretty big loss for them. He's an electric linebacker. That was definitely a turning point in the game with Patrick Mahomes scrambling. Again, I think Patrick Mahomes is probably the greatest quarterback of all time, or definitely has an argument for being the greatest quarterback of all time, has solidified himself as a top 3 quarterback of all time. And just seeing what he did with the weapons that he had at his disposal, game-winning touchdown being, McCole Hardman. I think that, Chiefs, they're the rightful winner. A lot of people were complaining about holding calls and stuff. That wasn't holds. The one of Nick Bosa where he tried to hit a spin move, everyone was saying that's a hold. No, I mean, he tried to hit a spin move and then he was stuck there. That's, Chiefs were the rightful victors. Just hated that Juwan Jennings didn't get Super Bowl MVP. Liked his performance in that game.
I chose the 49ers, thinking that the first half they looked great. Off the second half, 49ers offense just fell flat. Kittle wasn't really involved. Drake Greenlaw going around, a key part of their defense. They started struggling. The Chiefs capitalized on all those opportunities, and they won the game.
All right, well, before we get into the game today, or what we'll be covering today, I do want to take a quick moment to talk about the Gridiron Football Elite 2024 camp that is being hosted March 2nd in Covington, Louisiana at Covington High School. All the information for sign up and everything will be on gridironfootballusa.com. Just highlights of it. All participants will have an opportunity to do a video interview and will be featured in a monthly magazine. Top camp performers will win game gloves, and top senior performers will receive an invite to the Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game. And the first 75 participants that sign up for the camp will receive a backpack and a sports drink bottle. Guys, this is an opportunity that you don't want to miss. Gridiron Football does great coverage on all these high school prospects, and this is a great opportunity for you to be able to get your name out. With that being said, today we're going to be covering some of the high school players that we have seen that we feel like needs to just get their name out some. So
today I'm gonna start with Jakeem Stewart. He's a kid from St. Augustine High School, my fellow school, But the kid is amazing. He's a sophomore. He's the number 1 recruit coming out of 2026. 83 tackles for loss. Well, 83 tackles, 33 tackles for loss, and 20 sacks. It don't get no better than that. That kid's going somewhere special. He's up and coming for sure.
isn't he like 6'6", 280?
6'6", he's 6'6", about 280, something like that. The kid's gonna be very special.
Yeah. From the Bossier camp, one of the kids I got to interview was Sage Chevalier, who was 6'2", 190-pound tight end / wide receiver coming in from Brobridge, Louisiana, supporting his high school, Brobridge, and seeing the videos, he is a very talented athlete. Like, he gets off real quick, he has good speed, he can catch the ball, and at this high school, he managed to average 25 catches, 180 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he's a very, very star-struck athlete. So.
I got the opportunity to, as I was going through trying to figure out who I was going to cover, saw a school pop up, Washita Parish High School. Alumni from there, Old Block on top, baby. Go Lions. Anyhow, Coach Boggs is watching this. Go Lions. But linebacker named Caden Clegg caught my attention. good size. He's a true freshman, class of 2027. He's 5'8", 190 pounds, which is really good for a freshman. I know my freshman year, whenever I went to high school, I was like 5'6", 110 pounds probably. I was not big whatsoever. And the best way to describe him is that he plays like your grandfather's favorite linebacker. I'm talking about hard nose, gets in the run game, stops the run game, fills lanes perfectly, and this kid is a thumper. Not a lot of times you see freshmen just blowing up offensive guards and stuff. I saw it on several times that, talking about he'd fill the lane, guard would try to pull over, just get rocked. First play I saw on his highlight I really liked. It was, it showed patience and then his ability to fill the lanes. And then, again, using speed to power, being able to, win the matchup, get lower than the blocker, and then go through the blocker and create a tackle for loss. Just brief description of the play. Their edge rusher, he waited for him to get outside to, seal off the outside lane. He takes in, blocker tries to get in front of him, got underneath him, lifts him up, and then wraps up both of them pretty much. And then, other teammates come in, and it was a tackle for loss. Just a great play. Really highlights what he's capable of. And, for being such a young player, he definitely has the mentality. True middle linebacker. He sets the tone for the, Lions defense. He's gotten limited play time with varsity on special teams, already making an impact of, blowing up blockers, making great blocks for the returners. That's a great way to get your name out there, to, start getting more and more play time. And really, something I like more about him, too, is that, I asked him these questions, what are areas you want to improve on? And he said, he wants to improve being able to cover tight ends and play really in that slot area more, too, which just speaks volumes of how, seriously he takes that middle linebacker position, already being good in the run game and realizing that there's another avenue of his game that if he, makes as good as his run game, you're talking about this kid is going to be looked after by recruits and D1 universities and institutions. So I definitely think Caden Clegg, linebacker, class of 2027 at Washita Parish High School, is a name that people need to start looking at.
This week, I was covering a school called Athloff Catholic. It's up in Illinois. Head coach is Austin Frazier. A couple guys stood out to me. One is a 4-star running back called Dier Hill, 5'11", 180, class of 2025. Looking at his highlights, this guy can run. This guy ran for 1,800 yards in the 2023 season on 131 attempts. And for him to be a 4-star prospect, he backs it up. He has offers from Georgia, Penn State, Oregon. And there's also another guy they have on their team by the name of Jason Dowell, 6'4", 290 guy. Big guy. Plays D-line, class of 2025 also. Has offers from Oregon, Auburn, K-State, USC, Michigan State. And he also wrestles. So he shows he's a versatile athlete doing wrestling and playing D-line on football.
So those are the diamond in the roughs that we have for this week. Bunch of names that, a bunch of players really that I think have a lot of potential, especially the last two guys that you mentioned too. All the offers, already having Oregon, Auburn. That's I saw Kansas on there too, Iowa State. Those are big programs for these kids. I saw for the 4-star running back, he had 25 total touchdowns from scrimmage.
Yeah.
That's 25 more touchdowns than I had. So, but yeah, that's what we have for you guys this week. Just as a wrap-up, I'd like to re-mention the Gridiron Football Elite 2024 camps being hosted March 2nd in Covington, Louisiana at Covington High School. All of the sign-up information will be on www.gridironfootballusa.com. And again, sign up.
Make sure you're there.
Make sure you're there. First 75 participants get a free backpack and sports drink bottle. I like free stuff, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm sure y'all did too. Great coaches there. We've had former NFL coaches coach for these kids. You're talking about great experience and great connections, and then being able to get, the free interviews, being able to get coverage, getting your name out there. This is big. This is a huge opportunity. Make sure you guys take advantage of this. And until then, we'll see you guys next week. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Great weekend. There's no holidays coming up. Mardi Gras already passed, but y'all have a great time.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.